Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Tony, it is I, and today we are going to be discussing a bit of a timeline slash just a little bit of info on what it's like to be on hormones. I have a little bit of a jot down on here, notes and stuff, so I can talk to you guys about it. But if you are new here, once again, welcome. My name is Tony Andrea. I am transgender. I make YouTube videos. Want to learn or you're curious, stick around. I know that I looked at a lot of videos before I did anything with my transition. So I'm just going to share some info that maybe can help a lot of you, especially with the DMs that I get from you guys. So we're just going to get started. Also, really quick, if you want to follow me on Instagram, which I know you do, link down below, bitch. Because before anything, I'm going to tell you what I take, and everyone's going to be different. This is just what my doctor prescribed to me before I go on and telling you what the good and the bad are. I take 3 estrogen pills, which are 2 milligrams each. I started off at 2. My doctor decided to move me on to 3. Sometimes I take 3, sometimes I take 2. It just depends on my day if I forget or I remember. And I take 1 spironolactone pill, which is the testosterone blocker. That one is 100 milligrams. Just putting that out there, that is what they gave me. It may not mean that that's what they're going to give you. They are going to give you what they feel is right for you. But anyways, one of the first things that I wrote down was I give y'all a little backstory. I really quick have always felt this way. I've always felt that I wanted to be a woman from like a little girl till now. It took me a long time to get the courage to do what I needed to do for myself. And all that really took place about 2017. And I always knew that this is something that I wanted. And at the time prior to this, I had told myself that if you didn't start this by 25, you were never going to do it and you were just going to let it go. I decided to look into somebody that offered any help, and I found a trans support group in Long Beach, California. So I decided to give it a shot. I went, and I'll be honest, it wasn't what I expected. It didn't really fulfill me in the way that I thought it needed it to, but at least it got me on the track to start where I needed to be. I met someone named Chaz there, and they gave me the information to my current doctor who I go see. So I called my doctor, and I finally set up an appointment. I told one of my friends that I was going to go, and he was really loving and caring and supportive and said, hey, I'll go with you so you don't feel alone when you go. The day that we went there, you guys, I'm not going to lie, I was nervous. I was scared. I was like anxious, very, very anxious to go, because you almost in your mind wonder, am I doing the right thing? Like, am I doing what I think is right for me? So long story short, I went to the doctor. I had an intake. I also had a 45-minute talk with my doctor where he decided that I was a candidate for transitioning. And I don't know if it's because I was 25 at the time that he was just like, you can start right now. He handed me the prescription and said, go take it to your, your pharmacy, and they will fill it out for you, the pharmacy. And I'll be honest, I got off my car. I walked into the pharmacy and I handed it to them, and I was kind of nervous. I was very, very nervous. Almost, I don't want to use the word embarrassed, but I felt almost a little bit of shame. I did that, and on between October 5th and October 7th, I took my first hormone. So now that we are caught up with all of that and how I started, if I didn't answer what you wanted to know, comment down below and I will. I'm going to tell you about the good and the bad of my hormone experience. Now, everybody is completely different, you guys. Some of you may be fine. Some of you may not feel this. This is just what I went through at the time. So I'm going to start with the good and then that section with the bad, just so that, you know, we can start off on a good note. The good things that I really, really liked is that I did feel like I got breast tissue. I don't have a bra on right now, y'all, but you know, you get breast tissue, you create, you almost get a little bit of a ball. I know I've mentioned that in the past, but that's kind of what happens. You get a little bit of a ball, and now I just have little, like, normal little titties, I guess, but you will create some kind of breast tissue. It just depends on your body. I think that because I was a little thicker, I totally was able to get a nice, decent size, especially if I wear a push-up bra. They're up here, sis. So you will definitely get a little bit of chest up here. Also, your body will slightly curve out, but you have to remember that it's working with what we have, and that does not mean you're going to get a huge booty. You know what I mean? Like, there's trans people out there that just, they have been blessed with a big booty. Some people are not. A lot of people go get their bodies done, and that's one thing that y'all should just know. You're not going to transform completely into this thing without having a little bit of help. Of course, softer skin. I do feel like I'm very, very dry, so make sure you guys constantly moisturize your skin. That's one thing I will tell you. Hair growth. My hair always felt fine. I don't think it got thicker. I don't think it got thinner. My body hair, I feel like it's a lot thinner. I don't have to shave my body as much. My legs, if I don't shave them for like a month, you won't even see the hair. Plus, my hair naturally is fairly, very, very, very blonde. Another thing was skin. My skin cleared up like crazy. I will throw up pictures up here so you guys can see my skin. It changed. Like the acne went away. I don't know if it was all the testosterone that was in my body prior to it. It completely got rid of that, which was insane. Like I used to have horrible skin, and now this is my current skin. Excuse that hair right there. But this is what my skin looks like now. I just wanted to put that out there. For me, it did change. Some people may not, but my skin a lot softer even on my face. The last two I think that I wrote on here. Oh, really quick. Voice. I do think that your voice will change. I don't think it's going to completely change it. Could I try to make my voice sound a little bit more fishier and more feminine? Of course. But I'll be honest, it's something that you have to constantly be practicing and doing. And I'm just not that bitch. Like, I'm like, girl, I already did enough with having to do my hair and makeup. That's too much. Just depends on where I'm at that I'll do it. Two other key points that I wrote on here was emotions/feels and overall feeling more feminine. Overall, I would say 100% you're going to feel a lot more feminine. You're going to just feel it in your bones, in your blood, the way you act, everything about that, you're going to feel it. You will be a very emotional person. You, at least for me, like I would see old people walking the street and I'd get sad. Like stuff like that made me sad. So you just have to realize that you're taking on all the emotions that women normally get. You're feeling them now. Now, the bad, and these are just things that I wrote that not necessarily are bad, but it's things that I didn't really find that I liked going through all of this. The bad, one thing that was really, really big for me was the beginning of my transition. About the first 4 or 5 months was a lot of cold sweats at night. When I would go to bed, I'd wake up in the middle of the night, in the morning, drenched in sweat. And I think that was just like the hormones doing whatever they had to do in your body. That was one thing that I would say I did not like. It was not fun. It was gross. And also, your sweat smells very medicine-like, if that makes sense. Moving on to the next one that I have down here is headaches. Headaches is a big one that was for me. I don't know if I saw anyone else say that they got headaches, but I got headaches really, really badly, like to the point where like I didn't know what to do. I even called my doctor and was like, I don't know if I can do this because the headache was intense. The headache was right here, and it was really, really like, it hurt a lot. And I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, how can I continue to transition and have this headache? I called my doctor. I told them what was going on. They told me that it was probably the spironolactone pill. And what I could do is cut it up in pieces and drink it that way. Or, what was the other thing? Or just drink water, because your body tends to get really dehydrated. So drink a lot of water. And once I started drinking like about a gallon of water a day, it completely went away. So that's my biggest tip. Drink a lot of water. Okay, guys? The mood changes. The mood changes. Let me tell you, you are going to go through a phase of just ups and downs, whether you're a bitch, whether you're nice, whether you're crying. Like, it is going to be a lot. So be prepared for that, because you're going to go through those things. No, the last two things, actually. So the last two things that I have is going to be stress and fatigued. Stress, I had a lot of stress at the beginning of it. I don't know if it was the medicine or it was just my environment at the time when I worked at Mac. I was going through a lot, but I would wake up with a lot of lockjaw, and a lot of it, I would twitch a lot, and it had to do a lot with stress, because I was stressed at the time. I was in an environment where I wasn't truly happy working with specific people. So those are a couple of the ups and downs that were for me. Everybody's going to be different. That's just kind of like a general experience of what happened to me. A couple things that I wanted to share with a lot of you, and that was one of them. You know, everybody's transition is different. Some people have more money than others. Some people have less money than others. So just remember that, and do not try to compare yourself. Like, I used to compare myself to other people a lot for a little bit, because I've come a long way. You know, I've changed a lot. And throughout this video, I'll try to throw up photos, but it's just about being consistent and how, I don't want to say how bad you want it, but just exploring and experimenting with your makeup, your hair, whatever you want, kind of asking questions, ask friends, ask makeup artists, you know, whatever you need. Another one that I wanted to say is how all of this affected me with friends and family. That I feel like certain relationships I was able to grow a lot stronger, and certain relationships just ended. But at the same time, guys, relationships will end, and the only thing you can do is wish them well and move forward. If they're not going to be a part of your life, they're not going to be a part of your life. And that's one thing that hurt me a lot. Because as a Cancer, I want to love people. I want people to be part of my life, but I also want to live my life for me, and I don't want to wait for somebody to be like, hey, it's okay for you to live your life. No, you need to live your life for you. So just remember that, guys, and you'll be 100% fine. The last thing that I wrote here is where I'm at now. 2 years down the road of being on hormones, I've learned to kind of control my mood swings and like how I feel. They're not 100% always like I know when it's gonna happen, but I've learned to navigate where things are going, how I feel. Like on days when my stomach hurts, sometimes I just need like a McDonald's soft serve ice cream, like little things like that. So with time, you will learn your body. With time, you're gonna learn who you are. With time, you're gonna learn how to manage all of this that is going on, because it is a lot. It is a lot that you're gonna take on, but it just takes patience and it takes time. So remember that always. That's the best thing I can tell you. Give yourself patience. Also, find somebody who just supports you. Best thing I can give you without giving away my next video. Hopefully this video was informative. I will try to cut it down so it's not super long. But yeah, with all that said, I will talk to you beautiful people later.